We are continuing our Marvel Marathon Madness with 2017 Logan, the ninth installment in the X-Men film series, well, that is if we don't count Deadpool, as well as the final chapter within the Wolverine trilogy of movies. The plot of this film, which was heavily inspired by the amazing Old Man Logan comic storyline by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven, follows an aged Wolverine and a very sick Charles Xavier, as they go about through a dystopian world where mutants have mostly died out due to targeted extermination, and the two are now simply trying to survive. They meet a young mutant named Laura, who we later find out has a lot more in common with Wolverine than we thought, and must now defend her from a group named the Reavers, led by the vicious villains Donald Pierce and Zander Rice. So, let us go ahead and jump straight into the plot. In 2029, no mutants have been born for 25 years, and an aging Logan suffers as his healing ability is essentially deteriorating. Working as a limousine driver in El Paso, Texas, he and mutant tracker Caliban take care of an ailing 97-year-old Charles Xavier in an abandoned smelting plant in northern Mexico. Xavier suffers from dementia that causes him to have these destructive telepathic seizures, one of which injured over 600 people and before that killed most of the X-Men the year prior. Logan, who needs money desperately, reluctantly agrees to escort Gabriela Lopez, a former nurse for Biotechnology Corporation Alkali Transigen, and a young girl named Laura to Eden, a supposed refuge for mutants near the American-Canadian border. After finding Gabriela dead, Logan is confronted by her killer, Donald Pierce, who is Transigen's cyborg chief of security. Pierce is looking for Laura, who has stowed away in Logan's limo to hide. In an awesome scene, we find out that Laura possesses powers that are similar to Logan's. She, Logan, and Xavier escape from Pierce and his Reavers, but Caliban is captured. Pierce tortures Caliban into tracking Laura. Xavier and Logan watch a video on Gabriela's phone that reveals that Transigen created Laura and other children from mutant DNA to become weapons. The children proved challenging to control and were to be executed, but Gabriela and other nurses helped some escape. Xavier then reveals to Logan that Laura was created from his DNA, stating that she is in fact Logan's daughter. After they reach Oklahoma City, Logan discovers that Eden actually appears in Laura's X-Men comics and tells her that it is a fictional place. The Reavers then arrive, but Xavier has a major seizure that incapacitates everyone except Logan and Laura, who kill the attackers and inject Xavier with his medication. Now, as they flee, Dr. Zander Rice, the head of Transigen, arrives to help Pierce. Logan, Laura, and Xavier help farmer Will Munson and his family with their broken down car, and then accepting an offer of dinner at their home, where Logan later drives off enforcers from a corporate farm. Following that, Rice unleashes X-24, a mindless clone of Logan in his prime, created as Transigen's ultimate weapon. X-24 murders Will's family, as well as killing Xavier before capturing Laura. Caliban sets off grenades, killing himself and several Reavers, but unfortunately only managing to injure Pierce. Logan is sadly outmatched by X-24, but Will pins X-24 with his truck before succumbing to his injuries. Logan and Laura escape with Xavier's body. After burying Xavier, Logan passes out. Laura takes him to a doctor and persuades Logan to prove that the site in North Dakota is not Eden. There, they find Richter and other Transigen children preparing to cross into Canada. Laura finds an adamantium bullet that Logan has kept since he escaped from the Weapon X facility, which he once considered using on himself. To Laura's disappointment, Logan decides not to accompany her and the rest of the children. When the Reavers ambush the children on their way to the border, Logan takes an overdose of a serum given to him by Richter that temporarily enhances his healing abilities and boosts his strength. With Laura's help, he slaughters most of the Reavers before the serum wears off. Now, as Pierce holds Richter at gunpoint, Rice tells Logan, who killed Rice's father years ago at the Weapon X facility, that no new mutants have been born due to the genetically engineered crops created by Transigen and distributed throughout the world's food supply. Logan, having found a gun, shoots Rice dead and injures Pierce. X-24 then fights Logan as the children combine their powers to kill Pierce and the remaining Reavers. Richter uses his powers to flip a truck on X-24, but X-24 frees himself and impales Logan on a large tree branch, mortally wounding him. Laura loads Logan's revolver with the adamantium bullet and shoots X-24 in the head, offing him completely. In a phenomenal final heartbreaking scene, as he nears his death, Logan tells Laura not to become the weapon she was made to be, and after she tearfully acknowledges him as her father, Logan dies peacefully in Laura's arms. She and the children bury Logan, and before they depart, Laura tilts the cross on his grave marker to create an X. Okay, so let us talk about how this film is essentially nothing short of the best X-Men installment to date. Simply a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. From the amazing set designs and incredible production, to the fantastic writing and the musical composition, as well as the phenomenal acting from Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Daphne Keane, who at the time was an 11-year-old, everything about this film was just sublime, with every note on it hitting as if a master orchestrator was weaving each step of this work of art. James Mangold brought his absolute A-game to this project, creating a film that was truly a magnum opus for many within the superhero genre, and bringing to life, along with the production crew and cast, a movie that cemented itself as one of the best hero films ever made. Logan went on to gross $619 million worldwide, and for an R-rated film, that is quite the accomplishment, especially that the production budget was $97 million. The amazingly gritty, violent, and thrilling ride kept me hooked throughout the entire film, and Hugh Jackman portrayed Logan in the most amazingly primal and vicious tone that he could, and the dedication was definitely apparent. From the excellent action in the battle sequences to the emotional grounding and depth of character, Logan brought about a story and adventure really unlike any other. One that showed the gravitas essentially of a reluctant hero that turned to become the hopeful protector of a better future. The combination of the Western movie approach with the mythology of the Marvel Universe was fantastic. I just loved every minute of this film, and that is why I am giving it a 9 out of 10. Now, the next film I will cover will be 2019 Dark Phoenix, and following that will be 2020 The New Mutants. So stay tuned, and please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I would truly be grateful. Our community is growing slowly but surely. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for spending your time with me. Until our next adventure, y'all stay classy.